right, could you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Swear the testimony you give in the matter now pending before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay. If you could introduce yourself for the jury, please.
Hi, I'm Deigh Martin. I was an assistant principal at Apalachee High School during the school year 24-25.
Okay. And how long have you been in the education field?
This is my 25th year.
Okay. So at 2024, 2025, you said you're at Apalachee?
Correct.
And what role did you have there?
Assistant principal.
Okay. How many assistant principals were at Apalachee that year?
4.
Okay. And what were your duties that year?
Discipline over 9th and 10th grade, and PSAT, some testing, and things like that. CTAE and math department.
Okay, so you were over the CT. What's the CTAE? I think Ms. Harris said
It is
something about that.
kind of our agriculture, technology areas.
Okay, and as your CTAE,
Yes.
is Ms. Harris one of your kind of like direct
Yes.
reports?
Yes.
Okay, and is that separate from your vice or assistant principal duties?
It's in conjunction.
In conjunction with, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take your attention to the morning of September 4th, 2024. This would have been the day of the shooting. Before the shooting, what were you doing that morning?
The day before, we did not have Wi-Fi, so I was playing catch-up on documenting things that happened the day before, and going through the discipline queue.
Okay, so you're in charge of discipline for, you said 9th and 10th grade?
Yes.
And so what is the discipline queue?
It is where teachers put in referrals, and they are in a list, in a waiting area, and we go through and handle the situations as they come up.
Okay, and by handle them, what, I know they're all different, right? But just
Right.
in general, what are you doing?
So having conversations with students, figuring out their side of the referral and what happened, and then going through to decide what the best course of discipline is for that student.
Okay, so are there students in your office?
Yes.
Okay. Had you heard of a student named Colt Gray?
Not before the email from Ms. Harris that morning.
Okay. And so during first period, did you get an email from Susan? Is it Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Yes.
Suzanne Harris.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been introduced into evidence. It states it in number 32. And ask you if you recognize that.
Yes.
Is that the email you got?
Yes.
And who is Suzanne Harris in relation to Colt Gray?
First period teacher.
Okay. And what does she teach first period?
A computer class of some sort.
Okay. And when did you receive this email?
Timestamps 8:46.
Okay.
So I probably looked at it within the next 5 minutes.
I was going to ask you that because I don't read my emails for a long time. How quick are you at reading your emails?
Very.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, definitely within 5 minutes.
Okay. And what is she telling you there?
She is making Lisa Butler and I aware that this student has asked about active shooter drills.
Okay. And who is Lisa Butler?
Lisa Butler is Colt Gray's counselor.
Okay. And when you say she's Colt Gray's counselor, how is that assigned?
They each have a portion of the alphabet.
Okay. So anyone with the last name that starts with a G would
Yes.
be Miss Butler's.
Correct.
As well as other letters that are also assigned to her.
Correct.
Okay. What did you do with this email at that time?
So I was CC'd on the email. So Lisa and I did have a conversation in which she brought up the lapse in education for him, that he didn't have an 8th grade year, and there were some concerns about that. And so I started looking into those pieces. Where
That he did not have school the year before?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Was this apparently new information to Lisa Butler, that he did not have school the year before?
I do not believe so.
Okay. At some point after that, did Miss Harris come to your office?
Yes.
Okay. When was that?
It was in between first and second period.
Okay. And so that would be sometime between 9:38 and 9:45?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to show you a map of the full school. This is kind of partial, and your office is not on it.
Okay.
So we're going to pull, it should be popping up on your screen
Okay.
there. Okay. If you could orient first where Miss Harris's class is or was, if you knew. I don't know if you knew where she was. Okay. And
Do you want
see
me to just
it there?
describe it? Can I?
Can you pop it?
Annotation on if you want.
I think we can probably do it. That causes more problems.
Do you want me to just describe?
She's going to do it.
Oh, okay.
Or better yet.
Yeah, I can throw it up.
We'll go old school.
That's fine.
Can you point on there?
Yes. So this is my office,
Okay.
and Suzanne's classroom is right there.
Okay. And when she came to your office, what were you doing?
I was working with another student.
Was that one of those discipline things we talked about earlier?
Correct.
Okay. Did you see her? Did she actually come into your office, or is there glass, or when did you first
The
notice
door
her?
was, I believe the door was closed. I could tell that she was distressed.
Is
and
that through a
she
glass?
was- I believe so.
Okay.
I think the door was closed, and she was in the waiting room area.
Mm-hmm.
And I could tell she needed to talk immediately.
Okay. So what did you do?
I asked the student to hang tight and went out, closed the door, and Suzanne and I went into Mr. Neely's office, which is the third office that's in that area.
Is it right, kind of in that little green extra thing there?
Yes.
Okay. And what did she tell you?
She, a lot of things, but she was very nervous and obviously distressed. She told me that the book bag looked heavy and that she felt like there was definitely something in there. And I just tried to calm her down and tell her that I would handle it.
Okay. And did she tell you that she definitely saw something, or just believed something?
She just believed. She said that he struggled to pick it up and that it just looked awkward. And she did share with me that she asked him if he needed help or if she could see the project and that interaction as well.
Okay. So what did you do with this information once you got this information?
I immediately tried to not distress the student that was in my office and get him out of there as quickly as possible. Called the SROs to get them on the way.
And just for my benefit, what does SRO stand for?
School Resource Officer.
So are these police officers that are assigned to your school?
That is correct.
Okay. And how many of them are there generally on a daily basis?
2.
Okay. And so what do they do as far as your knowledge during the day? Do they have a place where they are, or do they mingle around?
They have an office, but they try to stay unpredictable, and so they don't have a set routine.
Okay. So when you called them, did they come to your office?
Yes.
Okay. What happened at that point?
I quickly debriefed them on the situation as best I could, and we took off going towards Miss Greer's classroom.
Before you left to go to Miss Greer's classroom, you said you had not known of Colt Gray.
No.
Did you take any steps to see what he looked like?
Yes.
And what did you do?
In our school information system, Infinite Campus, I pulled this picture up, and it was his 4th grade picture.
Okay, I'm going to show you some Mark States. This is number 107. Ask you to identify that.
Yes.
And what is that?
This is his person summary report from Infinite Campus.
Okay, and does it have the picture on it that you were referring to?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, is it accurate to what you saw that morning?
Yes.
Your Honor, tender state exhibit number 107 in the evidence.
There is no objection at this time to make that ordinance is going out, but we'll discuss that later.
Thank you. And we'll publish that. So I assume you realized pretty quickly that that's not a high school student.
Correct.
Okay. Does it tell you when that picture was taken, or?
No, we can look at enrollment history and figure out, which I did not do that at that point.
Okay. Do you know why his more up-to-date photo was not in there?
Because he's a new student who had not been in Barrow County since 4th grade.
Okay. Do y'all take pictures periodically?
Yes, and I believe Apalachee, we try to take them within the first week of school. And so there's typically students who enroll after that.
Okay, so he enrolled after pictures were taken?
Correct.
Okay. So at this point, is this when I think you said y'all went to go find him?
Yes.
What information did you have as to where he was?
I knew he was in Catherine Greer's class,
Okay.
and I knew his name was Colt Gray.
Did you get that information from Miss Harris?
I did.
In an email?
Yes.
I'm going to show you Mark Stakes at number 33, which is already in evidence. And is that the email you got from Miss Harris?
Yes.
And is that her telling you where he currently has second period?
Yes.
Okay. And what time did you receive that email?
Timestamp's 9:52. At this point, I probably was reading it in real time.
Okay. So who are the school resource officers that arrived to assist you? If you remember their names?
Brandon King and Dawson Matherly.
Okay. And are they normally assigned to Apalachee?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know them
Yes.
professionally, I guess?
Yes.
Okay. And where do y'all go?
Like I said, we debriefed right outside the office, and then we go towards down F Hall.
Pull that map back up and you can show what you did there.
So I leave my office here and go down F Hall to Miss Greer's room, back in the J Hall.
Thank you. When you get, and the SROs are with you?
Correct.
Okay. When you get to the class, what is the procedure between you and the SROs?
No conversation, really. I mean, we know our roles.
And what generally are those roles?
Yeah, so I have rights as an assistant principal to act in role of parent, and so I have more freedom to conduct searches, whereas law enforcement does not.
Okay, so you have more authority to search a student than a law enforcement officer does?
Correct.
Okay, so because of that authority, what's the role you play in this scenario?
The main one, I'm walking into the classroom, talking to the teacher, talking to the student, and taking the lead, so to speak.
Okay, and so do you go in the classroom?
I did go into the classroom. She had told me that he was in the restroom, but his things were still there. And so at this point, I thought it was smart to get the bag and take it with me.
Okay, so this student's bag was still in the room?
Correct.
Okay, and it was given to you?
Yes.
What do the school resource officers go into the room, the classroom?
No.
Okay. What do y'all do at this point?
We take the book bag and walk towards the restrooms there on J Hall. And the SROs enter, because it's a boys' restroom, so I cannot go in there. And so the SROs did go in to retrieve Colt.
Okay. And did they bring the student out?
Yes.
Okay. And who did they bring out?
They brought out Colton Gray.
Okay. And do you know Colton Gray?
I don't.
Okay. Did you know him at that time at all?
I did not.
Okay. What happens at that point?
We take him into a workroom adjacent to the men's restroom, and anytime I'm conducting a search, I want to make sure they understand why they're being searched. And so I was explaining to him that his first period teacher, Miss Harris, had alerted us, and he said, "I don't have Miss Harris," and I immediately knew we did not have the right student.
Okay. Did you search his book bag anyway, just to be safe?
Yeah, I think I did. Just kind of glance through it. And he immediately, as I was doing that and talking to him, was like, "Hey, I think you're looking for the guy that sits across from me. His name's Colt Gray." And we kind of knew that was the mix-up.
Okay. So what do you do at that point?
We exited that workroom, and I had Colton stand against the lockers while I went back in the classroom. And Ms. Greer explained to me that, there's another student with a similar name. He's in the counseling office. And so I put Colton Gray back into the classroom, and the SROs and I walked towards the counseling office.
And if you could show on the map where the counseling office is.
Yes. counseling office is.
Okay. And when you get to the counseling office, what do you do?
I ask the clerk that's in there, and I ask her if she's seen Colt Gray. She says no, so I walk back around the loop there, past Miss.
Inside the counselor's office?
Yeah, there's like a little loop-de-loop. I walked around, and when I got to Lisa's office,
Lisa Butler?
Correct. She was hanging up the phone. She said a lot of things, but all I really understood was that he had access to weapons.
Okay.
So at that point, I went to Miss Boyd's office, still in the counseling suite, shut the door, called my principal, and said, you know, I think we've got a situation.
Okay. What did you do at that point?
There was a 10:15 alarm that went off on my phone randomly, and so I thought it was a transition. I have alarms on my phone for transition, so I was like, we need to lock the school down, and then we realized it wasn't transition, so we did not lock the school down at that point. So we met in my office, Miss Rayberg and I, and when we were in the office, we were trying to get a visual of Colt, so we knew who we were looking for in the hallway because we didn't have any picture.
Okay. So you're on, do you have access to the security footage of the cameras is
Yes.
that in your office?
Yes.
Is that where you went from the counseling office?
Yes.
And is that G Hall, I guess you went down?
Yes.
Okay. So you're trying to find this student that you don't know what he looks like.
Correct.
What steps do you do to try and do that?
So we are trying to first get a visual of him when he left the classroom. So we were trying to nail down what time he left the classroom, so we knew where to look on the cameras.
Okay. I'm going to show you Mark 6 and 34, which is already a minute ago. Actually, recognize that.
Yes.
And what are those?
I'm trying to. These are the emails to from me to Miss Greer asking what time that he left.
Okay. Show you. Can you pull that up? And what time is this that you're asking what time he left?
10:18.
Okay. And did you get a response from her?
Yes, I called into the classroom and asked her to check her email, and she responded at 10:20.
Okay. What did you do at that point?
We went to the cameras and found a student who left around 9:50. Took a screenshot. I don't even remember if we got it emailed to her, but it was not Colt.
Okay. And did you subsequently get an email from Miss Greer?
Yes.
I'll show you 635. Already tendered in evidence. Actually, if you recognize that.
Yes.
And what is that?
This is Miss Greer's email to me at 10:22:04 saying he just came back to class.
Okay. How soon, that came at 10:22:04, how soon after that entered did you see it?
Oh, immediately.
Okay. How soon after you saw that did you hear shots? Or did you hear shots?
Definitely heard shots. Once I saw this, the location of my office is in with the atrium. I've got windows right there, and the SROs were. Now there were 3 of them. Chase Boyd had arrived, and so all 3 of them were in the atrium. And so I was trying to get their attention through the window, and realized quickly that wasn't going to work. So I was exiting my office when I heard gunshots.
Okay. How many shots did you hear?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. What did you do when you heard the shots? Well, first off, what did the school resource officers do?
They were running towards the sound.
Okay. And what did you do?
Well, my colleague Ralph Neely told me to get in the office. We sat in the office, looked at footage with Rayberg, and just trying to figure out what was going on and if the scene was secure.
Okay. And were you able, so you're looking live on the security footage?
Yeah.
Were you able to see that the shooter was apprehended?
Yes.
Okay. What is your role, or what is administration's role at this point?
So once the 8-button push happens, we are no longer in control of the building. The law enforcement is. And so I knew that I was at their discretion. So I was basically just trying to ask the law enforcement where they needed my help.
Okay. And how long did you stay in your office?
Maybe a minute, maybe 2.
And where did you go from there?
The 3 of us, that would be Neely, Rayberg, and myself, we went into the atrium and we were trying to kind of orient ourselves with what had just happened. And they were starting to release kids from rooms, so I felt like it was best for me to go out with the students and navigate them towards the stadium.
Okay. And did you go up to the stadium?
I did.
What was the process at the stadium? Was the school doing that, or was law enforcement? Like, I mean, it's got to be weird being in charge one minute and not being in charge the next
Right.
minute. How did that kind of work out?
It was so once we got most of the students to the field, I think law enforcement was trying to keep the community away, and Rayberg came on the radio and said the community, like, let these parents see their kids. And so we did allow the parents to come onto the field. They just couldn't leave after they came on the field.
Okay. And what was the purpose not letting them leave?
I guess trying to be respectful of law enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long was everybody out on the field?
Hours.
Okay. And at some point, did you give a statement to law enforcement about what had happened?
I did.
Okay. Just a second, please. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Ross? Thank you, Arthur. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just have a few questions just to get a couple of things right in my mind. Approximately what time did Ms. Harris come to your office?
It would be about 9:40.
About 9:40. Okay. And she seemed to be upset and wanted to tell you about this book bag.
Correct.
Okay. And did she describe the book bag to you?
She said that it was awkward and heavy and had a poster board with a sock cap on top.
Okay. So when you went to look, you knew that you were looking for something heavy with a poster board coming out.
Correct.
Correct. I assume you got, since she was concerned, she knew what Colt Gray looked like.
Correct.
Did she give you a description of him?
No.
Did you ask her?
No.
Okay. Did you ultimately find out he was white male?
Yes.
Okay. He had long blonde hair?
No.
Okay. You didn't find that out later?
No.
Okay. Did you take Ms. Harris with you when you went down to the classroom to look?
No.
And you got an email indicating that he had gotten back to the classroom about 9:50, correct?
Can you,
You did.
be more
You
specific?
sent an email, I think it was around 10:20, asking what time Colt Gray had come back to class.
I asked what time he left
Okay, what
class.
time he left.
Correct.
All right, and that was 9:50.
At 10:18, I asked her what time he left. And she said he left towards the beginning of first, probably around 9:50.
And what time did the shooting actually start, if you remember?
10:22.
So he had been missing then for 32 minutes, correct?
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Any redirect? The 32 minutes is based on Ms. Greer telling you he left around 9:50.
Correct.
Did you look to see who was coming on the security cameras? Did you look to see who was coming out the door at 9:50?
Yes, and it was not Colt.
It was not Colt.
Correct.
So he did not leave at 9:50.
Correct.
No further questions.
Anything else, Mr. Perry?
You did know at 9:40, though, when Ms. Harris came, that she was concerned about him having a gun.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you.